Morning to you, top of the morning to you. Time check is 7:30 this morning, and you're tuned into WFM 91.7, the voice of women, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. This is the Full Breakfast Show, but we are right now in the newspaper review segment of the Full Breakfast Show. But first, let me say hello to my co-anchor. I'm not gonna lie, I missed you yesterday. Hi, Tom. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. It's a happy day. Good morning. Good morning. I did miss you too, but I had to go for the public hearing of the alterations on the constitution alteration bills, and Nigerian women came out in their thousands, so it was good to be part of the conversation, to see history about to happen in our eyes, to be part of that. So that was why I couldn't join you yesterday.
I know. We were also part of the conversation because we talked about it yesterday, and it was such a good. We had Emmanuel as the analyst yesterday, and callers were. To be honest, I didn't even think we were going to get a lot of callers because people can be, you don't know which way the wind will blow when it comes to women matters. But yesterday, the calls were pouring in, talking about, callers called in. Some were angry that, okay, is it about begging for the seats? Like, what is this? Are we going to be validated? Like, it was interesting to see and hear, their thoughts on it, because they want this to happen. But the sentiment really was that if we are going, how do we know that these men are going to actually allow women come into power and take their seat? That was one. Number two was, there was a sentiment of, are we begging these men to approve of a seat for us? Like, what exactly is it? Like, it seems like we're begging for a seat. Another sentiment was, in the long run, even if we get into power, what are the odds that these women in power would actually be given a voice? Somebody had cited, Senator Natasha, that was Prince yesterday, saying that there was a sitting arrangement situation, they had moved her. So these were sentiments that were given yesterday, and they were coming from Emmanuel. I think Evangelist Dixon also came from Emmanuel and said, no, Emmanuel, and Emmanuel was just like, wait, what did I do? It was very, very interesting. I honestly, we were at it till about 10 minutes before we ended the show, just trying to, Mrs. Oboli called as well, trying to say, no, like, I get it, we want more women there, but what does it mean in the long run? So tell us, how was it there? Like, so what was the atmosphere like?
So the first thing I want to debunk, which a lot of people, including journalists, because we engaged editors and journalists, to debunk, is that the women are not taking over anybody's seats.
Okay.
Whoever is in the National Assembly, right, as a senator, as a House of Rep or State Assembly, nobody is taking over your seat. What the Constitution is asking for, right, special seats reserved for women. So it's like you are the anchor of Full Breakfast Show, right? We're asking for somebody else to come and support you, work with you.
Right.
So your seat, the seats of the men and the existing women are not being taken over. We're just asking for additional seats. And why are we asking for additional seats? To ensure there is full representation, that our National Assembly is democratic. Why? Now, currently, I'm just going to try and break it down. We have 109 senators in the National Assembly. Only 4 are women.
And
one
has been suspended.
One had been suspended. So, but we only have 4 seats. 105 seats belong to men. In the House of Representatives, there are 360. Only 15 women. In the state houses of assembly, 993 seats, almost 1,000. Only 54 women, right? And so in total, in Nigeria's National Assembly, we have 1,462 seats. Women occupy only 73, which is 5.5%.
Yes.
So we're saying that It does not add up. If we're saying that Nigeria has a population of over 200 million, and women make up like half of that population, it does not add up. Now, year in, year out, it's been difficult to find women there. We're now saying, why don't we create special seats reserved for women? Women are going to contest. They're going to campaign. So women from all political parties, from APC, PDP, Labour, ADC, they're going to contest. They're going to campaign. And the best woman will win these seats we're asking for. And it has happened in other countries. Some call it affirmative action. We've done all sorts of affirmative action, right? But we're saying this is the only way to ensure that women can also have a voice. Now, if the bill, right, reserve seats for women bill, if it is passed, instead of having 4 senators, we're going to have 41 women as senators, right? We're going to have 41 women as senators, right? We're going to have 51 women. So it's going to bulk up the representation of women. Some people have said, oh, it's going to affect the cost budget. You know, we don't have money in Nigeria, we're struggling. The cost of having these women in the reserve seats is less than 1% of the total budget of the Senate. So do not let me take too much of your time. But for yesterday, let me tell you what gave me hope and gave a lot of Nigerian hope. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria came with a strong message. He was represented, right, by the secretary to the federal government. Strong message. And it's important that the leader sends a message. He sent a message, and he spoke about the need to ensure the bill is passed, right? The House of a Representative, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, GCN PhD, got a rousing standing ovation. His speech. Look, if you are a man or a woman that has the power to sign the bill, with the speech of the Right Honorable Speaker of the House of Representatives, it blew everybody away. And of course, the sponsor of the bill, you know, Honorable Kalu, the sponsor of the bill, who is a deputy speaker, you know, and the chairman of the committee, rose up and explained why he sponsored the bill. And then we had senators, House of Reps members, representative of governors, all rally round to say this 10th assembly has to do everything in their power to ensure that the bill is passed. Obviously, there are a few members who still have concerns, issues. Those are the ones we need to be addressing. But it was a good day for Nigeria yesterday. And honestly, I was just proud to be part. I mean, there are people who have been on this journey for many years, but I was just grateful to be in that hall, to see people stand up, and, you know, women from all states of Nigeria, 36 states of Nigeria. They rallied, they came, peaceful walk, peaceful conversation, you know. The over 1 million signatures were captured, were gotten from across Nigeria. They came there, you know, and there is a women in politics participation technical working group. It was fantastic. It was a good day, and let's just hope that the bill will be passed, because that is the agenda, that is the outcome at the end of the day, you know, objective, that the bill is passed. So it was a good day yesterday.
Thank you so much for that summary. I think one of the callers had said, why are we begging like some men who are against? And I like what you said, because I remember saying yesterday that we need, you know, allies with men to stand with us so that we can. The calls are not open. I think somebody wants to talk about. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Fumi. Good morning, Adeton. I believe it's Adeton that is in the studio.
Yes, good morning.
This is Mr. Prince.
All right. Good morning, Nigerians. This is Mr. Prince on the line. I was the one that called yesterday.
Yes.
Adeton, I, Prince Emmanuel Akoji from Kogi State, I start to disagree with you this morning on this your last submission. In the sense that out of you are giving yourself a begging list of 10%. and you are clapping, celebrating the men. Who submitted the deal? Who initiated the deal? A man, right? A man
Yes,
is getting a 10% bill. It's a very cheap bill for women, and you are celebrating that. Please, after the men pass it, because the population of the house, all the houses, Senate and Rep, are still men. Okay, when the man pass the 10% bill and give to you on a debt to give this seat to you, please, who is going to be there? The people that you know already, their wives, their own. It's like a debtor is an APC contributor. It's a member, a political member. Yes. Please, permit me this morning. I am a man, and I hate this kind of injustice. I thought in my watch, there was a body we have in my watch before, women in journalists. I thought like this, and then we come up with some strategic move. But for women, I say, no, this is enough. But look at the woman in the studio.
Prince, we can't hear you any longer.
Now is how me I see this thing. Men standing for men. For you to come against women that want to speak. If Natasha cannot come up, if Tanzania cannot speak, if woman is coming to that place with 10% to speak, I will leave the mic for the rest of Nigeria to look at this. And join well. If you like, don't stand up and bring people you know and stand by them. And let us see. And they are doing better. Please, what is all the thoughts? Why should we be at the mercy of men in Nigeria? And they are giving you 10%. You are standing ovation. You are celebrating standing ovation. That is passed by a man or that is written by a man, suggested by a man. I stand up. God bless us.
Thank you so much, Prince, for coming again with passion. So over to you so we can get to the next.
I will. Yes, I will respond. So, Prince, we will celebrate. We will. A school of thought says, why are you begging? Another school of thought will say, why are you appealing? We will beg. If we have to go on our knees, Prince, please listen very well. We will beg. Some of us will go. In fact, some of us go behind the scenes to engage the decision makers. We will beg. We will not be confrontational. We will beg. You know why we have to beg? Because for years before I was born, our mothers have been begging. Before I was born, men have taken over. And they do not want to give the seats away to anybody. They don't want women. And it's not just happening in Nigeria. In the UK, that I know about very well, the positioning and the percentage of women in power is small. In the USA, we saw what happened to the likes of Hillary Clinton. We saw what happens to Kamala. These are the nations we look up to. So Prince, Nigerian women have fought, they have protested, they have done everything, and the powers that be, somebody is calling, but before we take on that call, let me see. And the powers that be said, we will not give it to you. So if we have to cajole, if you have to beg, look, I know men who will say, look, Prince, if you have a wife, and for me, if you have a husband, you will not go to your husband and because I need a car. I want you to give me this. I want you to give me that. No, you will figure a way out to negotiate, to appeal. We have identified the fact that men are rigid. Some men are scared. They think their positions are going to be taken away. And it's important for us to earn their trust and let them know that this is what the law says. This is what we're asking for. If you review the Constitution and say you are dedicating special seats for women and your position is not going to be affected, that is the only way. So, Prince, we will look in the women constituency. There are women who will go out and protest. We will support them. There are women who will go to the National Assembly and block the gates. We will support them. We'll give them media report. But there are some of us, our job is to negotiate, is to go behind the scenes and beg. And we will beg. And whenever they make any move, no matter how positive, no matter how tiny, we will salute them. So President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was hailed by Nigerian women yesterday for coming out publicly. How many presidents have come out publicly to say, let the bill be sponsored? He put himself out. Right? Some will say, why did he not appoint more female ministers? It's not easy to appoint like that. He has people that put him there. For me, if you sponsor me as a politician to become the governor, of course, when I get there, I have to listen to the people who supported me.
Yes.
So President Bola Ahmed is there. People supported him. He cannot just say, I'm going to appoint female ministers. Remember, it is the governors who also need to nominate. So for him to come out publicly, where we have international community yesterday to say, I support this, we will give him his flowers while he's alive. He is a president who has chosen to publicly acknowledge and align with women. See, Prince, we will give him. The Senate president also, Akpabio, who is having issues with Natasha, came there. And I need to applaud him because it's not about sentiment. The Senate president sent a representative. Again, he said, we are with you. The speaker is the one that I have, I'm a journalist. I can't say I'm falling in love with somebody else's husband. The speaker is championing this cause. He is like, it must happen, right? And the sponsor of the bill. Remember, women have sponsored these bills in the past.
Yes.
Abiodun Olujimi sponsored the Gender and Equal Opportunities Bill. He was killed.
Yes. And
Nkiruka Onyejocha, who is our current Minister of State, sponsored this same bill. It was killed. For me, I know calls are coming through, but I needed to lay the background.
Yes,
a man. Sometimes you need to get a man to be your ally to go and do the work for other men. Because you know what? Men listen to men.
Yes.
And boys listen to men.
Yes.
So Kalu has decided to honor us and sponsor the bill. And I'm wondering, could it be because a man has sponsored the bill that all the men are now rallying around? So Prince, in the case of Natasha and Akpabio, look, Nigerian women are not happy. There's no doubt about that. We are not happy. But does that mean that we should now leave another matter that concerns women? We're not happy with what is happening to Natasha, and she's going through to the courts, and we're going to address her. So Prince, we will beg. We will beg. We have approached the Governors Forum. They have listened to us, the traditional rulers, pastors, imams. We will continue to beg. And we don't need anybody to come and tell us to. We're not going to be confrontational with Nigerian men. We are happy with the steps that are being taken, and we will continue to beg. Thank you. If at the end of the day the bill is to be sponsored, if begging is what we have to do, if kneeling down on our knees is what we have to do, we will do it, because at the end of the day we want an agenda to be achieved. Thank you.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
She's not the analyst today, please.
Continue that way. You'll be a good rapper too. I'm telling you, the way you speak, God bless you. God bless you. Continue, I don't need to do what you have just said. Continue, we are going to get what you want. But you get it. And like I say, not any woman will please. As you want good women, you want good men, you want good youth. If you have good men in position, Nigeria will not be. If you have good men in position, Nigeria will not be. If you have a good youth, so you don't just canvass for women, please. People like Akumi, people like Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, and some other women. So as you have bad men, we have bad women. We have bad youth, we have good youth. Please, canvass for good man. So we don't have the same thing we have in men. We are among the women to be sorry as if we didn't do anything. Let all of us always do the right thing anywhere we are. That's only when we can move this mission forward. Because when we like criticizing or come to where we're working and everything, you know that none of us, if we get the pension, the work than this way that are there. God is watching us all. God bless you, God bless Nigeria. Thank you, and God bless you.
All right, thank you so much, Evangelist Dixon. This is not how we thought we were going to start today, but I've been seeing Adeyemi. Good morning, Adeyemi. So sorry to keep you. It's not, we didn't put you on timeout.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Good
Ademi.
morning. Good morning, Tom. Good
Like you
morning.
want
Good
to
morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
do you
If
want
you
to?
don't mind, I'd love to add my voice to the matter on ground. You see, kudos to Tom. She has spoken well. We must be honest with ourselves. It is not easy to get anything where people have been enjoying a particular thing. So if you can go by way of persuasion, by way of begging, or whatever means you know you can achieve it, that's what you ought to do. You cannot coerce somebody to get something from that person. You cannot pressure them. And let's be honest with ourselves. This bill is for the women and is laudable. Let's look at it from this perspective. What the bill says that an additional, which implies that that seat will be basically reserved for the women. No male counterpart is going to contest for that particular seat. And it also gives room that the women can still contest for the other seats, which implies that winning that seat given, whether 54 at the Senate or 45 at the represent House of Rep, 54 and Senate maybe 45, what it implies is that there will be more seats to be won by the women at the end of the day. And we must be factual and be objective when we say things are taking a right direction. This is laudable. It is just the beginning. You see, if the women don't come out, if they are not given this opportunity, how are we going to be able to know and see their capacity to handle things, to run government, to be able to speak up, how to be able to enact laws? What we are saying now is that women are going to be involved more. They're going to have more representatives that will be involved in lawmakings in Nigeria, which means what they do matters. It's not going to be just the male folks only doing things in the way of the men only. There will be the woman part in it. That means that the sense of reasoning is not just going to be, oh, it is the way the men want it. No, it's going to be all encompassing. So let us, as it is, that is just the beginning. If you want to go 1,000 kilometers, you have to take the first step.
Yes.
This is the first step.
Yeah.
So it is laudable. Kudos to the women and kudos to the president. Kudos to the House of Representative members. Kudos to the National Assembly, the president of the Senate, and Abbas.
Sorry to interrupt you.
To him and everyone there.
Sorry to interrupt you, Ademi. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Oh, it's you. Good morning to you, guest.
Good morning.
Madam Shana, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you.
First of all, I want to thank you for giving this morning on your outing yesterday. And I also want to kind of say I understand the import of a submission or contribution this morning, but I subtly disagree with him in the sense that, like your guest from you had highlighted this morning, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. Rome was not built in a day. I was one of the people that was asking yesterday that, like, I'm the same. And your explanation this morning lends credence to the fact that if we don't beg to get this, how would we be able to achieve our aim at the end of the day? For a very time, we have been the one. If you take a man's world, we are in a patriarchal society. The politics of Nigeria has, I think in a couple of other climes too, have always been run by the Some of the studies, women are trying to say, give us the chance to prove our mettle, give us the chance to contribute our quota. I was alarmed by the statement Mr. Emmanuel made yesterday when he said a man was introducing himself as the chairperson women committee and affairs. And I was like, a man, how would that man be able to relate to people like them? This is what a woman is passing through. Give what is Caesar to Caesar. And so if we not begging to attain, achieve, and get this purpose, to be able for the women to prove their message, it's something about putting our best foot forward. That is sacrosanct. So toxically captured, you can't throw that out. Because if we out are not so good ones, we have not passed the message eventually. So if this reserve seat day for the women, it's eventually passed into, because we know with all this clamor and this heat, this tempo, it will definitely be passed. We want to put our best foot forward, like Mr. Emmanuel said yesterday. So we have to beg to achieve it. How many men released their wives, their mothers in the past, or their daughters to come and serve in the political space? The shift has changed. We have a recalibrated mindset now that if men can do it, we're not competing with them, we're only complimenting them. The women can also do what they have done to it. Because you cannot wear the shoe that I'm wearing except to know where it teaches.
Yes.
So this without this bill, if it's passed into law, as we know it's going to be passed, because there are so many things for shoes, like I get in the studio, then we start thinking of, okay, now we have come in. How do we bring in more people?
Yes.
And nothing knowledge. You don't start in one year. No. You start big by big, and it's a motor stage because it's a stage. Life is a stage. The proper it's also a stage. So it's a good continual progress when we get there from. Take a big hello. When we start fixing all these anomalies and all these abnormalities. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning to all of you. God bless you.
Fumi, please. Today I am a co-analyst. I just needed to make 2 points.
Please go ahead.
And I'm happy to be crucified for what I'm about to say. Look, so if Adeyemi has something to give you, but because Adeyemi has offended a girlfriend of yours, you are going to discard Adeyemi away? Because Natasha has issues with Akpabio. Akpabio now sits in a decisive position to ensure that the bill, because you can imagine Akpabio going behind the scenes to speak to every legislator to say, pass this bill. So because Natasha and Akpabio has issues, I'm now going to discard Akpabio. It doesn't work like that. Even life does not work like that. Me, now, I can't take on your enemy and turn it into my enemy, especially if I know it's going to benefit the women constituency. So the issue with Akpabio and Natasha is painful, right? And both parties have a right to their story. That's what we do. Natasha is one of us. Even if she's wrong, we will support her. Even if she's right, we will support her because we're women radio and I'm a woman. But Akpabio has a right to his own side of story. That matter is being resolved. And Nigerian women are speaking on her behalf. Does that now mean that we must not have dinner with Akpabio? I will have breakfast, dinner, and lunch with Akpabio. If it means that the bill will be passed, that is number one. Number two, for me, when you have more women in the House, in the National Assembly, if the story of, if any issue happens to any woman, you have more people supporting yourself.
More voices.
You have more voices. So I just want to say again that our language is a language. If we have to bend to receive, some will say stoop down to take. If you have to bend to receive, if you have to beg, if you have to appeal, if we have to persuade, we will do all of those. Thank you. I think we it's not 8 o'clock.
Go to the headlines. Today came with a different kind of energy, and that's one thing that we represent here at Women Radio. We're dynamic in our doings. We don't just go like how you think, and today it's been quite an exciting start. So we're going to go into the headlines this morning, and we'll start with the Punch newspaper before we get into to tackle other headlines today. Starting over with the Punch newspaper, we have flood disaster. States intensify action as 232 die. 121,000 displaced. We also have defamation charges. Natasha accuses federal government of double standard.
In The Guardian today, Fubara declares peace with Wiki after meeting Tinubu at Aso Villa. And Anambra 2025, how female power brokers may shape the Guba race.
Daily Trust, we have Parliament. Women's Seats Bill gains ground. Nigeria Daily, why security officers are under increasing attack in Nigeria.
In the Vanguard newspaper, procurement, federal government rejects U.S. report alleging lack of transparency. And women march in Abuja, demand passage of reserved seats bill.
In the Tribune newspaper, we have Fubara declares peace with Wike after meeting Tinubu at Aso Villa. Also, we have Nigeria's GDP expands by 4.23% in Q2 2025 as oil industry drives growth.
The Premium Times has constitution review. Women, PWDs, others demand inclusion, more representation in governance. And Lagos, sadly, loses 4 female elected officials within 2 months of inauguration.
Okay. In the Nation newspaper, we have presidency dismisses El Rufai's life president claim as baseless. We also have pros, cons of Lagos landlords and tenancy bill.
The Cable has customs pre-exam portal for recruitment crashes due to high traffic. And also high-profile corrupt individuals can be barred from receiving visas, US warns Nigerians.
In the pen-pushing newspaper, we have Voice of Women Conference Awards to hold on October 2nd in Abuja. That's our Voice of Women 2025 Awards Conference, yes. United Nations convenes dialogue with daily media. United Nations convenes dialogue with media on women representation in parliament.
And the last news, we're taking headlines. Daily Post. DSS invites, questions Malami over attack on his convoy in Kebbi. Poor parenting, family neglect responsible for financial crimes among youths. EFCC boss Olukoyede.
Those are the headlines this morning. I mean, we already have jump-started the headlines this morning by talking about the women's bill. We also have our VAL conference happening next week. Yes, next week.
8 days. I think it's 8 days. 8 days countdown.
Yes, Tom has been doing the countdown since last week. We're very excited, but Tom obviously seems to be more excited than we are. We're excited about this. Again, it's all about promoting women, making sure that our voices are heard. So we're going to go straight into the first headline this morning. Once again,
and for me, just for me to mention to the print that the government is going to be represented at the Voice of Women conference because we have a session for the special seat. The honorable speaker is going to be there. The deputy speaker is going to be there. The vice president, the government is going to be represented. So he should listen so that he can understand why we are begging the men, why we are appealing to the men. Thank you.
We can see your messages coming in today. Like I said, today has been a different turn. So please bear with us. We'll take your messages in a short while. But let's go into the headline this morning. Good morning once again, Adeyemi. It's a pleasure always to have you come on the show.
Thank you.
All right. This one is from the Daily Post. Poor parenting, family neglect responsible for financial crimes among youths, says the EFCC chairman. That's Mr. Olukoyede. He attributed the rising involvement of Nigerian youths in financial crimes to parenting failures and neglect within the family unit. Speaking in Kaduna on Friday, September 19th, at the Armed Forces Command, Olukoyede, represented by the acting director of the Kaduna Zonal Directorate, Assistant Commander of the EFCC, Bawa Osman Kautungo, warned that family neglect has dire consequences, exposing young people to economic and financial crimes. He noted that neglect often stems from poverty, ignorance, abdication of responsibility, and substance use. substance abuse, which manifests in the failure of families to provide emotional, psychological, and material support to children. He's also said the nexus between the family dysfunction and youth criminality calls for a multidimensional approach, both in diagnosing the negative outcomes and in administering the required remedies. According to him, family support systems, mentorship, and youth development programs, such as sports, could help channel young people's energies into more productive ventures. He also expressed concern that some tertiary institution students are often arrested for internet fraud, often citing financial hardship, lack of family support as justification for their involvement in cyber crime. He commended the federal government's intervention through the NEL Fund, seeded with 50 billion naira recovered proceeds of crime by the EFCC, describing it as a timely measure to reduce students' financial pressures and deter them from illicit activities. Highlighting EFCC's preventive and reorientation programs, he listed how this handiwork nobody wants to do is share what anymore, whether tailoring, whether mechanic, whether plumbing. It's like young people have vacated that niche as opposed to how it used to be back then, and everybody wants to make a quick buck. They're looking for money quickly. Oh, how can I flex? How can I floss? And on her lens last week, we talked about something similar where it seems like even parents are supporting their children in doing this. Like, as long as money is coming into the house, why not? If not, Adeyemi, what are your thoughts on this?
Thank you, Fumi. It's a sad situation. Let's be honest with ourselves. You see, everybody in this matter, we are complicit. I will start from the government, and I'm going to talk more on the part of the law. You see, when you allow activities like this to go on without being punished, what you will see is that people will tend to see it as a lucrative business. What's doing? Let's look at the Yahoo boys, who are the major people that we tend to associate with cyber crimes. They are everywhere. They go about around with flashy cars. They are the one buying the big estates around. They are the one going about with the spotless girls in the city. And they are the one that goes to eatery and these clubs to flaunt wealth. Now tell me, a young boy, a teenager, who happened to see these things around him or her, what do you expect? They will feel is the right thing to do. That's the right direction. So when the law is not doing anything in that respect, you tend to see it going out of hand, and that's exactly what is happening in Nigeria today. I won't say that on the part of the government. The parents, the families, money has become God in this part of the world.
Hello, Adeyemi. I think we're having a network glitch.
But as it is today, parents will prefer you come home with money than coming home with good academic results. So when this is happening, there is nothing anybody can. All we can do now is that we need to change our orientation, our value system. And the only way that one can come is by the law. When the law starts punishing, sentencing these boys, you see, the most unfortunate part is that I look at it. How do you punish them? Do you put everybody in jail? You see, it's cause for concern. Because I look at when you look at the whole, there's no area you go within Nigeria. Let's take Lagos as a case. Make Lagos as a case study. Anywhere you go, I beg, they are the one there. Anywhere things are happening, they are the one there. So, do you want to take this shine away from the society? It is now the in thing, the happening thing in Nigeria society, in our space. So we have big problem at our hand. That is why you will see EFCC going about trying to introduce all these programs to educate. But tell me, let's be honest with ourselves. You are educating people who are not even ready to listen to you. You are educating people who feels that their parents are being oppressed. And they don't want to be a victim of such. When you see politicians and their children flaunting their affluence in the space, what do you expect? When a senator will come out and be displaying exotic cars, even parked inside the living room, what do you expect? This is the result of what the politicians has turned this society into. And if we are going to do anything at all with this cybercrime issue we're talking about, the politicians has to be the one to pay for it first. Because of the level of corruption. And how our Commonwealth are being embezzled, and they are using it to slap you and I in the face. When they go around, you now majority of them even live in Dubai. With you and I money. You know what it is to buy houses in Dubai. To live in Dubai. You know how much it costs. Now, you now expect these boys. You see, let me tell you, if we don't do something on time, Nigerian youth will not be interested in any other thing. No. Let's be honest. No more hard work. Hard work does not pay. That's what they tell you. That's the truth. That was one of my wife's subordinates when she was in the bank. Told that some times ago that when they newly recruited this executive trainee in the bank, about 200 of them, that by the end of the year, the number they have is not more than 20. Why? He said all of them, they were not sacked. They were the one tendering resignation letter. That no, they can't continue with this kind of job. From that, all they need to spend from 8 o'clock in the morning till 5 in the evening, and all they are being given is 1,000-something naira. What for? So you will see that the value system is being eroded. We have prioritized money over every other thing. On that position at that moment, that crime that you committed while there should be investigated and prosecuted. When that is done, everybody that comes, that occupies that seat, will occupy it with dignity, with an integrity. You will know that you are going to be accountable after your tenure. But with that, we have not been doing that. We have been covering everybody. That is why you even see past presidents and governors who mess the society, who mess this country. They still come out and be speaking. And we still listen to them. What kind of a people are we? That's the first question. Are we thinking all right? Are we thinking all right? Are we doing things all right? Everything we only come here, we talk, we criticize others, but do we really look at ourselves individually? What we also are doing? And within our immediate space, what we are doing? Are we better off those people there? Are we not the same? It's important that we need to change our orientation. This cybercrime, until we start prosecuting these politicians, that will send a message to every other member of the society that if these people are being sanctioned, they are being sentenced to jail, they are being prosecuted, and they are not getting away with it, then you cannot come to the society and do the same thing. It has to start from the top. You can't start from the background, it will be oppression. Start from the top, because they are the one that is the main cause of the situation that we are in. That's the way we can solve the whole problem. It is not for Olukoyede to talk about the cybercrime alone. Let Olukoyede start
from the top
with the politicians, with the past and the present politicians. Anyway, they are still the president because they kept on resetting themselves.
Thank you so much, Adeyemi. If there's anything we love here that we appreciate of here is your candor whenever you give your contributions. Yes, please go ahead.
All right. So it's 18 minutes after 8. This is a newspaper review session of the Full Breakfast on your Women Radio. I have a few messages to read here. Olushoga Ajayi from Odunla Ikorodu says it was tactic to get Rivers State. Now they have their wish, but the people will decide at the appropriate time. What we lack is politicians with principles and ethics while romancing the president after you are denied your constitutional mandate. It's better to be a hero today than be remembered as a coward. I also have Mayor from Ikotun Egbe. Beautiful morning to you all in the studio. Good morning to you too. Fubara should take heart because he has been defeated by two strong men, Wike and Tinubu. The devil never gives free gifts. The devil will give you with right hand and take back with his left hand. So before you accept any offer, think twice, okay? Insecurities everywhere in the land. These insecurities can never stop because those in government are behind it directly or indirectly. Who is deceiving who? And the one that I chose to leave for the last, from Prince. Prince said, and as I'm reading it, I'll be giving response because I'm an analyst on Women Matter this morning. So Prince said, I want to disagree with all the excuses you've put up this morning. It's good to disagree, Prince. We all have freedom of speech. So I acknowledge the fact that you disagree. Then he said, women have the largest population. I 100% agree with you there. Then he said, but your problems are cited in the pool of low self-esteem. Prince, I agree with you. Women do have low self-esteem. And let's be sincere. Women, sometimes I struggle with imposter syndrome. With all that I have achieved, I struggle as Tom. And sometimes I do have low self-esteem. And I'm being honest with you. So yes, I agree with you. Women do have so low self-esteem. If I have to beg for my esteem to be upped up, I have to. But I'm serious. Women do have low self-esteem, while some are very confident. So I agree with you again there. Less prioritizing yourself to be the Bible value commodity. It's called imposter syndrome. Sometimes we don't prioritize ourselves. But thank you for letting us know. Then he said, your PVC has become the ticket to getting your Indomies and 2 cups of rice and gari. And you are very right. And it's not just women. It's a Nigerian thing. Poverty is so enshrined that they give you 5,000 naira. They give you cups of rice and gari. You are happy. There are men who would take it as well, just to put food on the table for their wives and women and children. So it's not women alone. So he said, please note that in the nearest future, if Christ delays his coming, you will still be the one to complain and cry over this bill in reality to what it will unfold. That one, I disagree with you 100%. Let us have the bill. And it's in 4 cycles. It's not a permanent thing. So all of the things you have said is right. And that is why we will continue to beg. We will not be confrontational. We will persuade as long as we achieve. So, Adeyemi,
I have some comments here. Sorry to interrupt you. Good morning once again to everyone in the studio. It just came in now. In the past, our youths were told that there's dignity in labor, but right now we are Are we truly living the dream? The answer is glaring. The only persons the EFCC hands down are the Yahoo boys. So what happens to the politricksters siphoning the Commonwealth? The selective justice system we run in these climes is quite glaring for the world to see. And until we nip it in the bud, we go nowhere in this country, but dance around in circles. That is from Mrs. Oboli in Ikorodu. We also have top of the morning to you in the studio on financial crimes in Nigeria, on youth in Nigeria. It has become the normal way of life because, as Yorubas will say, Omo yin kosagba for I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I do not know. Thank you so much. I thank you. And I've seen a situation where a young boy is doing Yahoo and the father tries to fight him and the mother goes against the father. Because of that, the mother packs out, and because the boy rented another apartment for his mom, and all of them isolate their father. I can give you popular examples. Go and check the history of convicted events, how mothers support convicted people, how their mothers support them on their crimes. All what women are interested in is money. They don't even care how you get it. I disagree with you. Additional Wasi with Ikorodu. We care. You can't. There are bad eggs everywhere. Just the same way you say there are women who support their children in crimes. There are also men who support their children in crimes. Just to have a balance there. Lastly, we have Don't We Just Love Tone in her submissions and responses, clarification on issues. Lots of love. Kudos, ma'am. That is to you in particular, Tone. Yes. We're running out of time. Today was an interesting one. Adema, do you have any final words on the matters we've talked about this morning in 1 minute?
Yes. I want to talk about our disposition to life generally, why we are where we are. You see, everybody has been saying that Nigerians are poor. Do we really think that we are really poor? I don't see us as being poor. And you see the fact that the people go out there to collect Indomie, all this stuff. It's just because of the grabbing spirit. We have that grabbing spirit. We want to grab everything. Until we change our orientation. Don't forget that these people that you are talking about, when you even see them, those people that you said that what do you call them? The grassroots politicians. When you look at them, they are market women, they are market men, they are artisans, which implies they have one thing or the other doing for making a living. So, but the truth is that because we have that mentality of sharing part of the national cake, that's why everybody is gravitating towards that area. And that's why the politicians are also taking the advantage. So you see people saying collecting Indomie, collecting a bag of rice. It's because everybody just want to have a feel that, at least I guess I get something from the government.
So sorry.
That's what they're doing. If we can change our orientation, we will be better off. Thank you.
I'm so sorry to cut you today, but we have run out of time. Today was a very interesting one. I think I'm just going to go back and sit. And in final words, like Tom had said, as women, we have to learn how to, what's that thing? There was a poem, she stoops to conquer. We have to learn how to stoop to be able to conquer. We need allies. Thank you to our men who are doing their possible best to support us. He for she's, we give you kudos over here at Women Radio. With that being said, we have come to the end of the Full Breakfast Show by way of the newspaper review. See you same time tomorrow. My name is Fumi Bangbala.
My name is Towo Kiwale Shonaya. Have a wonderful day.
Yes.